All right, people. So welcome all for this day two of our workshop that is how to enter the world of data analytics and okay. So let's see what all topics we are actually discussing today. So let me just walk you through. So in day two, we have skills and career path in data analytics. Okay, so yesterday we just had a glance about data analytics, what is data analytics, and few things about how actually we can enter into data analytics. But today we'll understand about the skills and the career path in data analytics. Right. So in this today's session, so what all we'll be discussing, I just made a plan here. So in this today's workshop, we focus on technical skills and career strategies. Already we have done one webinar on career growth. Okay, so that PDF along with that, the video also I'll be sharing it with you today, so that you people can actually go through that video as well, and you'll get a lot of idea about how actually your resume and LinkedIn should be optimized. Okay, right. We also explore how individuals from non-tech backgrounds. There are many people who are there from non-tech backgrounds who actually wants to get into this technical background, that is data analytics, how they actually can move from one domain to another domain, and people who have career gaps, what all they can do, what all they have to get prepared. So that also I'll be discussing today, and confidently how they can enter and succeed in data analytics domain. Okay. So today, as I told you, we'll be working on some technicals as well. So we'll try to work on some dashboards, some reports, how actually we can use Excel, or say how we can use SQL. So those things actually we can discuss. Okay. All right. So what are the topics we have? Say first, we'll go with essential skills to start your job. Okay. First of all, what you have to do is you have to understand data analytics. What we did that yesterday, but today we are trying to understand what all skills we should actually learn to enter into this data analytics field. Okay. Right. So before we start this session, let me ask some questions to you people, so that you people, I just want to understand how much you people know about the skills to enter into this data analytics. Okay. All right. So people online and for offline as well. So just take 1 minute. People, can you hear me properly, or is the voice still breaking? I think Chandan is facing some problem, voice break. So what about others? You people also facing same problem? Okay. All right. Okay, people. Very good. All right. So my question is, to enter into this data analytics field, what all skills? Say when I say skills, you can name any of the application tools or anything, just to understand how much do you actually have did R&D about the data analytics is what I just want to understand. So don't worry. My question is, to enter into this data analytics, what all skills we need? So I want all of you to answer this quickly. People online, you can message. People offline, you can answer. Python, Excel, SQL. Fine. Okay. Job skills. Okay. Excel, Power BI, Python. SQL. What skills we need to enter into this data analytics? Python, Excel, Power BI, SQL. Okay. Okay. Excel, Power BI, Python. Okay. Okay. Communications. It's very good. Okay. Let's see what people online have messaged. Okay. Srijana is saying Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Python. Okay. Sangeeta says Python, SQL, Power BI. Divakar says Excel, VBA, Python, SQL, Power BI. Very good. Deepa says Excel, SQL, Python, Power BI. Data cleaning, visualization, good. Abhijat, Purnima Prasad, analytical and communication skills, very good. Abhijat, analytical skill tools, okay. Shashidhar, SQL, Power BI. Tableau. Right. So people, we just discuss about what skills we need to enter into this data analytics, most of you have mentioned that Excel, Power BI, Python, SQL. These are some generic tools or say softwares which every company uses. Apart from this, there are so many other tools. Okay, we use MySQL, we use Oracle, we use so many other applications are there, and there are so many inbuilt applications which the company is actually using. Okay, but to make it more clear, in general, okay, the companies actually use first thing is Excel. Okay, Excel is the main application. Excel is the primary application which many companies actually like to use for doing analysis and creating the reports. But suppose if you think I want to go a little more advanced, then Power BI actually will come into picture. And if you think I want to automate something, I need to do the process automatically or say accurately, then we actually use VBA. So I'm not telling that VBA is something which is compulsorily required for creating say working on data analytics. It is actually used as a supporting tool which will help us in doing the automation. Okay. Then suppose if you think I want to show some advanced visualization, then we use Power BI. People who have already completed your course, you know how strong it is, how easy it is to create the report. So today I'll show you one report, how quickly you can actually create a report as. Okay, right. Then Python. Python is actually optional. Okay, it is not compulsory, but it's an optional. But if you know, it is really well and good. So given it as optional, but still, if you can take it as compulsory, it is really good because most of the companies actually prefer Python. Why? Because if you learn Python, it is very easy to write program and do a lot of automations or even for doing the analysis as well. Okay, all right. Now, what we'll do is, what I have done is, for all these applications, I have taken some data here, and the data is nothing but it's a similar data what I'm using for my trainings. But here I've taken a very simple data instead of taking all the data and then show you. Just a simple data I've taken so that I'll teach you people how we can import the data, how we can actually work on the dashboards, or how easy it is to create the dashboards. Okay. All right. So let's go to Excel. Why it is very much essential in data analytics. Okay. People who are already there in this course or say already they are into this data analytics, they know the importance of Excel. But people who are just entering, that doesn't know anything about data analytics, but still they have learned Excel. Let me tell you how strong Excel is. What actually you can do by using this Excel. So let's go here. See, Excel, it is nothing but the foundational tool for every data analyst. Keep in mind, I started working on Excel when, say, in the version 2003 version, 2003, there was a version called as 2003. So I started working from that version actually. It's a very old version. From there till now, I'm using Excel. And even today, Excel is called the king of analytics. So many softwares came, so many softwares went. They're not there in the market also, but Excel exists. What I can say is it exists forever. So every analyst who comes to my institute, or everyone, every corporate wherever I go, first thing I'll always tell that please master Excel. I'm not telling just learn Excel. I'm telling master Excel. But one tool, if you master, rest all whatever is mentioned here, SQL, Power BI, Python, Tableau, or you name anything, it is very easy. Because all the concepts, whatever is there, the analytics concept, it can be used in all the other applications very easily. Okay, right. So let's go here and see Microsoft Excel. Now the latest version is 365 or 2024. 21 was there or 24 is there. But I always prefer people please go for Microsoft 365. It is really good because as and when you keep, as and when the updates are going on, so it will get updated. Okay, so you don't have to go and purchase again and again. It's a subscription version. You can keep on, the software will keep getting updated automatically, right? Okay. Why Excel is essential? Let's see. Microsoft Excel is the most widely used data tool in the world. See, globally, Excel is actually the most commonly used data analytics tool, or say a tool used for analyzing the data across every industry, from finance to HR to market, supply chain, retail, you name anything. You name anything, everywhere in one way or the other, Excel is used. One way or the other, Excel is used. You may hear about advanced tools like Power BI, Python, but Excel is always the first step to learn how to work with and think of data. I always tell, not only in this slide, I always have told this right from I started my career. I'm just thinking that Excel is very powerful tool. And when I started my institute also, actually, many of them doesn't know. But this institute, when I started, the institute name was actually Excel Factory. The name what we started, okay, with iTech Analytic Solutions, it was started with the name called as Excel Factory, but we didn't register with that name. So I wanted this institute to become one of the the toppest institute for teaching Excel. Then later on we thought, because we are actually into data analytics, if I actually restrict to Excel, then I cannot teach more other software. So then again, after 2 days, again we changed that, all logo and all everything was designed. It was called as Excel Factory. Then we decided that no, this is not the right thing. And then we thought about keeping one name. Then because I was working, as I've already worked in a company called as Farmark Analytic Solutions, then I thought the remembrance of that Farmark Analytic Solutions, I took that Analytic Solutions and removed that Farmark, and then I added iTech. Okay, iTech means information technology. So this is how actually it started. So I'll tell you that day itself, 2012 itself, I had told many people that Excel will become the biggest tool, because I knew data analytics will grow much bigger, and I told Excel will be the toppest application. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you, people. Please make sure that you people will learn Excel and master first. I'm not telling don't learn other tools. Other tools are required, but Excel is must and should. Here, why it matters? Universal usage. Globally, you take any company, almost all the company uses Excel. Nearly every company uses Excel for reports, calculations, and analysis. Then beginner-friendly interface. Anyone who opens Excel, you have seen it is very easy to work, right? Even though you are not master, at least you can go click on something, or a menu driven, the tab driven, right? Go click on that. Anything you can just keep working, right? Okay. No coding needed. You can create powerful insights and dashboards with formulas. So we can write a lot of formulas. You can write, a lot of formulas. But again, what I'm telling is, we can write programs in that. It's not that we cannot write. There is something called as VBA macros. But without coding also, you can do a lot of things. I'll show you how we can actually work on this. Okay. Right. Same core Excel skills for data analytics. Say, let's break the most important functions in Excel. Let me just show you some of the important tasks I told you today. I'll be showing you about some practical things as well, showing you the real-time scenarios. Same example what I use for my course I've taken here, so that I can explain you about how this Excel can be used in data analytics. Okay, right. So what I'll do, I have this VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, there are so many formulas here. Let me just work on one formula, or say, few formulas, which will help you understand how we can actually analyze the data, or you can bring the data into one shape. Let me go here. I have some files which I'll be sharing it with the, the videos and things like that. So the website is ready, video is ready, everything is ready. I've already shared that link also. I'm not sure whether people have seen that. If you're not seen, I will share that particular link again. Okay. So people, I'll share the link 1 minute. Let me share the link. Okay. So, okay, 1 minute. Let me share that video link. Okay. See, this is where the link is. I've still not updated so many things, but the video is updated here, yesterday's video. I'll just give the link. You can register here, and people, it is completely free. No charges for this. It's completely free. Okay, so let me just give the link here. I'm pasting the link, people. Just take this link. You can register. It is completely free. Okay, so every day I'll post the video, the materials used, so that people can use it and you can practice. Okay, same thing. If you see here, I have some files here. You can see here I have some files which I'm using it in the webinar or say workshop. You can later download and you can use it for practice. Okay. All right. So what I'll do, I'll go here. Let me open one Excel file and I'll show you why this VLOOKUP is actually used. What can we do with this VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP or the formulas we actually try to use. Okay. All right. So people, how to analyze the data and things like that. So we have a lot of videos which I've already done. But again, if you just observe this, this is how the data will come. Let's assume that I get the data like this in an Excel sheet. How many sheets are there? Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are many sheets. It can go more other sheets as well. So I'm getting the data here like this. So this is how the data will come in different tables. It might come in one single table or it might come in various different tables. Now, if you just observe this, I have one sheet called as data. Just assume that I have one Excel sheet here like this. I have various different sheets. Now here in this data sheet, I have all the IDs here. I don't have a proper text or say proper names. Now say I want to get the region based on location. If you just go here to this location, you can see I have location ID, country, region, and all these things. Based on this location ID, I want this region, state, and city, these three columns. Understood? So based on location ID, I want region, state, and city. Let me go back. What I'll do is, can you see that I have this location ID? The requirement is I'm doing some analysis. I want to get the total sales value of each region. In this case, I cannot do that. Why? Because I don't have the region names here. I only have the location IDs. But we have something called as power pivots. It's a very advanced concept. By using that, I can actually do. But now, if you don't know Excel, to reach that position, if I show that, it will be confusing for you. So let's not touch that. My requirement is to bring region, state, and city. That's all. Now, if you want to bring this, I cannot go and keep on doing this manually, copy and paste. So for that, we have a formula called as VLOOKUP, means vertical lookup. What it will do is it look for a value and then it based on this value, it will give me these results. How to work on that? Say equals VLOOKUP. People who doesn't know how to write the formula, when we actually write one function here, we get the parameters here. So what are parameters? Parameters is nothing but the values what we pass the formula to get the results. I have this lookup value. This is my lookup value. Okay. Now I'll press F4 so that this is fixed, but the row number should not be fixed. This is nothing but this is called as the reference. People don't worry about it because it's a complete course. If you know, then if you go and start explaining, it will take a lot of time. I'm just fixing only this column, right? Then table array. I want the data from this location table. F4, comma. Now it lasts for from which column I need to take the data. Say 1, 2, 3. Say the table starts from here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here I have this 3, 0. Close the bracket and say enter. You can see that now it says this particular location ID falls in the region south. I'll just double click. You can see that I'm getting all the region names are coming in. Right now, I can just select here and say Control D, the shortcut key. Okay, Control. Sorry, let me just drag it. Okay, see here. It is giving me again same south and city. I mean the state and city. It is giving me same results. I'll just go here, change the column number. See, I'm getting the state, and then here I'll say 4 and say this is 5. I'm just changing the column number. So what will happen? Depending on the column number, I'll get the results. So now I can go here. I can try to get the results. I can create on pivot table. Let's say I can create the summarized table, get all the summarized reports. Understood how actually we can do this? So this is how actually we should analyze the data. So it's not that I'll just learn the formulas. It's not that I know how to create pivot tables or something. I should know how to study the data, and for some situation, what are the formulas, what are the functions I should use. Understood? So here I wanted region, state, and city. So I used a formula called as VLOOKUP, and then I got it. Similarly, I can use XLOOKUP also. Okay. Since I told you that I'm not here to teach you people about Excel or Power BI or something, I'm here to just show you how actually we can analyze the data, what all skills you need to require for entering into data analytics. Okay. So don't worry. If you're not able to understand, you just understand the concepts enough. I'm trying to bring region, state, and city to this particular sheet so that I can do the analysis. Now I can go here, I can create some pivot table. I can get the report based on region, state, or city. Okay. All right. Next, let's go to our pivot table and charts. Okay. So there are some times where I need to summarize the reports. I want to get the report based on region, based on state, or various different reports. If you want to do that, I have to write a formula, I have to write a function, or manually I have to do. Instead, I can use pivot table. I can create some summarized reports. But again, I'm telling you, by using this pivot tables, we can create wonderful dashboards within few minutes. Okay, how easy it is. Let me just show you. Right, so let me just open one more file. I have here orders data, just opening that. Okay, assume that I have one data like this. It's the same data what I showed previously, this data. But here I have split the data into different tables. Here the data is in one single sheet. It's completely clean the data. Okay. Now let me go here. I want to create a pivot table out of it. And let's understand what is a pivot table, why we should create it. Just observe, this is my raw data where I have how many records are there. If you go and check, almost 10,000 plus records are there. The client will give the data like this. Keep in mind, all of you. The client is giving me the data like this. And we will ask us to create a report. Imagine if this data is there, is it easy for me to study? A normal person, what will he go and study? What will he go and understand? He wants to get the report that in each region, what is the sales? In each region, what is the profit? Right. So if you want to do that, how will you actually go and do that? If I don't know Excel, if I don't know anything, it's difficult to work on that. But we as an analyst, we should know this, how to get the summarized. How to create pivot table? See, it is very simple. Just go here. Can you see this? I'll keep my cursor anywhere in this particular data. And I'll go to this insert. And here I have this pivot table. Can you see this pivot table? Range or table. Let me click on this. As soon as I click, automatically it select the entire range. Entire range it will take. Now it will ask for new worksheet or existing worksheet. I will always go with new worksheet. I'll say okay. There is one pivot table placeholder. This is called as placeholder. And here we have all the columns here. And we have 4 boxes which says filters, columns, values, and rows. Okay. Now let me create one very simple pivot table. Very simple pivot table. That is sales report for each region. Let me just take the region, drag it, and I'll drop it. I just dragged and dropped. Let me go here and I'll say sales, drag and drop. See, within few minutes, not few minutes, within few seconds, I got the summarized report for this particular. Done. Now, if you think that I'm actually creating one report, just only the tables, you know what I'll do? I will copy this and I'll go to another sheet, paste it. See, this becomes my report. It'll go here and then comma separators, reduce the decimals. If you think you want to format, you go here and it'll format, say, borders. And here I'll say it. Center. See, I formatted it. See now, this is my. Now say I want the report based on category. Now I'll go here. I'll just remove this region and I'll take this category, drag and drag. See, now the result what I'm getting here is for category. See how quickly we can do that. Let me go here. I'll just copy this now and I will paste it just next to this. And then I want to format it. See how quickly I can do the formatting. Okay, select this. See, shortcut keys. Don't worry. For shortcut keys also I have a video. I'll send you. Okay. Done. So anything if you want to do by this pivot table within few minutes. All right. Now let's say I want a report based on state. Okay. I'll go here. Let me take state, drag and drop. I have all the states here. But what I want is I'll go here. I'll take this region and put it here in the filters. Filters. The main filter for the entire table. Now you just observe. I'll go here, select this and say central. See, the states which are related to that particular region only will be filtered here. See, let me go here. So, got it. Now I'll say all. Likewise, we can create the reports. Now let me show you one more interesting thing. Let's go here. I will just say equals. Okay. I'm just taking this values here. I'll tell you what I'm doing. This will be state and this will be sales. Okay. Now let me select the entire table. I'll go to this insert and can see this. I have this map. I'll click on this map. See? This is a map. Just observe now. I will try to filter. Can you see this? Let me just zoom this. Let me again change this to West. See, can you see here? You can change the properties if you want. So your properties, if you want, you can change the properties here. Map area, only regions with the data. See, only that region with the data I will get. Multiple countries. Here you can have the labels here. See, you can change the look and feel of it actually. And you can go to this design, see. Right. So I'm just telling you, you can do lot many things here. Don't worry, I'll again show you about the dashboard also. Again, I'll come back to this pivot table. Now you just understand we can do so many things in Excel, so many wonderful things. Right? So like this, I can create the reports. I'll show you one dashboard, quickly how we can actually create the dashboard also. I'll be showing you that we'll do it after some time. We'll try to understand few more things. Right. Let's go to the next one. So this is about the pivot tables and we can create the charts. Again, I'll come back to pivot table. Don't worry. I'll show you the entire report within few minutes how we can create. Within few minutes you can create. Okay. Right. Next. Conditional formatting. Conditional formatting means we can format the table however I want. Let me just create one table quickly. Let's go here. Same pivot table. Let me just take that. Okay. I'll just insert some more rows here. So that I'll have some data here. Let's say I'll go here and I'll take this pivot table. Okay. Here it says state. I'll not take the state. Let me take subcategory. Okay. Then let me remove this region. Taking. Okay. Let me copy this. I'll go to a new sheet. Paste it as values. Let me format it quickly. Okay. I'll make it bold. This one is sub category. Okay. And then we'll try to format it with borders. And let me take this. Share this. I'm trying to format it, in the proper manner so that it looks good. Okay. Now, this one, if you think you want to change this to 1000 separator, let's do that. Remove the decimal numbers. See how quickly this will create one here. Okay. Now let's say this is my report. I want to create a proper report out of it. Now let me go here. I will select this. Only this part. I don't want to see the numbers. I want to see the growth like a chart. Let's go to this home tab, conditional formatting. It's that conditional formatting. And here I'll say data bars. And let me take stay. See, I can see something like a chart. I don't want the numbers to be seen. Let me select this and I'll say manage rules. We'll try to edit that. I'll say I want only the bars. See, I want this to be sorted so that the highest value will come on top. Select, and here I'll say data, and here I'll say sort. Let me sort the grand total, largest to smallest. Say okay. See, the highest value is on top. Oh, grand total is taken. Sorry. Let me just remove this. Select and say sort grand total, largest to smallest. See, the highest value is on top. Comes. See? This looks one report. So how quickly we could create one report. How nicely it is looking actually. Now let me go here. I don't want these numbers. I want some indicators, high, medium, and low. Let's go ahead and check all the values which are below 50,000. Let's say it is low. Anything up to 75,000 will say medium. Anything above 75,000, let it be high. How to do that? Let's go here. I will apply conditional formatting. Here you can say icon set. I'll just take one icon set like this. There are some icons, but I don't know what values has been given. So I'll go here and I'll say manage rules. Double click. Okay. So here I'll just try to change the values. See this one number, and here we'll say anything above 75,000 should be green color. Anything above 50,000 should be yellow color, and anything less than 50,000 should be red color. So this indicates it is high, medium, and low. Now what I'll do, I want only icons, select this and say okay. Say okay. See, wherever I have this green color, that means they are high. Wherever I have this yellow color, that means they are low. And wherever you see this red color, sorry, the yellow color is medium, red color is low. See, when I actually create something like this looks like, we can apply this in a dashboard or reports. How quickly we can do this, right? So likewise, I can use this condition formatting. It's very easy actually. We can show a lot of, dynamic reports like this. Understood? Okay. All right. Let's go and try to understand few more things. Data cleaning techniques. There are so many data cleaning techniques actually. Okay. Now, let's go here. Anyways, data cleaning, I have a separate chapter itself. Okay. Here, I'll just show you some examples. But data cleaning is not just only removing duplicates or cleaning the spaces or something. When you have a data with complete different structure, I need to make it in a proper structure. So that's what I told you. There is a chapter called as data cleaning. I'll bring all the data which I have faced challenge. Okay, and I'll show you how you can actually clean it in a proper way. That is the actual data analytics, how actually you can use the data cleaning. Okay. Now I'll just show you a few examples how we can actually use this data cleaning. Okay. Now let me take this data only. Let me take this data only. You can see that it's a huge data, huge, very huge data. Now what I want is, let's say, okay, let's take this product ID. Can you see this product ID? Let me just zoom this. People just observe, I have this product ID. I want this first OFF to be taken into a separate column. OFF. That means all the first three characters has to be taken and split that into different columns. I'll go here, and what I'll do is, what people will do is they'll say product equals left of this comma. See, I got first three characters. This is one way, and this is the oldest way what we used to do. But now we're not doing this. Let me just type OFF and I use Control E. See, what is Control E? Let me do it again. I just type OFF. I'll go to this data and you can see that I have this flash fill. Click on this automatically. I'll move this. This is artificial intelligence. It'll try to understand what I need. If anybody is more interested in learning the entire course of Flashfill, there is one in my YouTube. So you can go, you can learn that. It is completely free. 27 chapters are there, 27 videos are there with examples, with Excel files are there. You can download that, you can start learning that. Because data cleaning, Flashfill plays a very important role and easy you can get the data. Okay. All right. This is one thing. Next, suppose, let's say I have okay, I have the subcategory. I want to get all the unique values. One way is, remember, I created this pivot table. I will just copy only this. Copy and I'll paste it. See? Can you see that I got only unique values? This is one way what you can do. Otherwise, if you don't want to create a pivot table, copy this. Copy the entire column and let's go to another sheet. I'll paste it and here I'll go to data and can you see this have these remove duplicates? Just click on this and say my data has got headers. Yes. So, see, out of 10,000 plus data, all the duplicates have been removed and then I'll get only the unique values and you can sort it. Let's go here. I'll say data sort and I'll say my data has got headers A to Z. Say okay. See, it is sorted. Likewise, you can actually use this. Now, we have the formula also for sorting. Previously, we didn't have that. So now we have the formula also for sorting. Anybody is taking this Microsoft exams to use this sort formula. Okay, they have one question there where it asks for sorting the data by using formulas. Okay. All right. So likewise, we can actually clean the data. Okay, so there are many examples, text to columns and all this can do. And sorting, we just did, right? Sorting, filtering, and things like that. So you can do all this. There are many things to learn, many things to learn. Go to my YouTube. I have all free videos there. All the videos are there for all the topics what I'm covering in detail. Because in this 2 hours, I cannot cover everything. I can just give you an idea that what all the data analytics people can actually do. So I mentioned here, and also I'll be giving you those files you can use. Okay. All right. So next is about some practical exercises. So this I've given to you. Just try to work on this. Okay. So all this exercises, you people please work on this. This is like an assignment for you people. And this is actually taken from what data I've done, right? Same data you can create this. So try to work on this and send it to me if possible. Okay. So that you'll get an idea how actually you can, work on all these data. So these five, I think some 5 questions are there. Right? There's some 5 questions are there. You can work on that. Okay, please work on that. All right. The next tool, also the next application. Let's see how this SQL will work. What is this SQL? So before that, let me ask people because I know will be bored. Okay. All right. So people online, I think we did some say 20-30 minutes, not more than that Excel. So I cannot cover the entire Excel in just 20 minutes. It will take more than 20 hours actually. But still, how did you feel about this topic? So quickly, I'll give you 1 minute answer and then we'll go for SQL. Quickly. 1 minute. People got any idea? I think people already know all this, right? But still, how was this topic? How was the topic? I know it is very fast, but still, I'm just giving you an idea. That's all. Okay, I'm not telling that I'll be teaching the entire data analytics. For that, it takes more than 6 months, right? Okay, right. Thank you so much, all of you. Just wanted to know how much you've understood. Okay, that's why I'll keep asking all these feedbacks just to understand the topics, how much you have understood. Okay, right, people. So let's move on. Now, I want all of you stop messaging and people offline, please just listen. Next topic, what we'll be learning or we'll be discussing is about SQL. That is, what is SQL? Structured Query Language. Okay. So most of you already finished your SQL classes, but people who have not finished, just listen. And people who have finished also, people who have just started, who have not finished also, just listen carefully. Okay. Why SQL is must in data analysis? Okay. So this question is for people who already finished or people who have not finished or started also. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay. Just tell me why SQL is required in data analytics. People offline and people online. I want the answer. Simple answer. Why do we need? Say we understood why Excel is needed. We can do analysis, we can do pivot tables, we can do condition formatting, so many things. But why SQL is required? Because I think all of you have already finished your SQL who are sitting offline. People online, you can just message. Meanwhile, I'll ask people offline and then I'll get back and tell you why SQL is needed. Why SQL is needed. And fine. Why SQL is used? Data analytics. Very good. Why SQL is used? Quickly, just you've already finished. There's so many things. Then why it is used? Why SQL is used? Managing data, right? Right. Huh? Solve problems. Okay, fine. Solve what? Solve data. What? Solve data. Sorting. Okay, fine. That's also correct. Storing huge data. I know. Okay, what? Let's see what people online have messaged. Okay. All right. So Rituraj says, no, that is the different. It's a previous message. Backbone of data. Okay. Siddiq is saying it's the backbone of data field. Okay. To communicate with the database. Very good. Deepa says to fetch data from the database. Chandan says to manage and store data in various columns and tables. Srujana says it allows the user to handle data very effectively. Very good. It helps directly interact with the data stored in servers as the volume of it. Very good. So there are very good answers. The main thing is, let me tell you. Okay, thank you so much, people online and offline. But let me tell you why SQL is actually used. Okay, the main reason why this SQL is used is the size of the database, in size of the data what we store. That is the main thing. There are more other important things, but main thing is the size. Why? Because if you take Excel, it can store how much? 10 lakh plus records, that's not more than. But in SQL, huge, depending on the server space, we can actually store huge states. Okay, the main reason is about storing of the data. Then after that, managing of the data. It is more easier to manage the data. But analyzing is slightly difficult in SQL. Okay, keep this in mind. In SQL, it is not so much friendly to analyze the data. I'm not telling you cannot analyze the data. You can, but not as much as Power BI or Excel. Keep this in mind. But SQL is very strong in storing the data, managing the data. That is more than enough for us. After that, we have this Power BI, we have Excel, which can manage to analyze and create the reports. Understood why SQL actually is used? So, people, whenever you're learning the tool, first you should understand the main purpose of that. That's why in my first class of every course, I'll not do directly the course. Yes, I'll always take what is the use of it, where it is used. Yes or no? Yes or no? Same. Totally. But people, jokes apart, I'm just telling you, okay? Take it seriously. Why? Because forget about interviews. Don't learn anything just because, I've seen many people, sir, will this question come in interview? Sir, I've seen many, trainers also. What they do is this question will come in interview. Even I tell that. Okay, whenever I come across that question, I'll say this is very important question. Make a note of it. But let me tell you, don't learn anything just because I'll go and attend interview and I'll pass. What if that question is not coming? So learn any tool so that you'll understand it from basics, understand the purpose of it, and then you learn about many other questions. You can easily pass the interview if you master it from scratch, from basics. If you just learn only the interview questions and go for interview, what if not even one question comes there? Then you know how it will be. He will ask you a question where you don't know the answer. Then you should answer it where he doesn't know the answer. That's all. Understood what I told? Let it be like that. Right, people. So let's understand why SQL is used. Okay. Right. Do people need a break? Yeah. Uh, People online, you need a break. People quickly. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Right, people. So some are saying yes, some are saying no. Don't worry. I will extend if actually it's required today because a lot of things to discuss. No worries. Let's take a 10 minutes break. Okay. 11:40. Let's get back. People online, please take a break. 10 minutes here. Offline people are actually asking for break. So take a break 10 minutes. Come back 11:40 sharp. I'll also come back and then we'll work on SQL and Power BI. Okay. Right, people? Okay. Hi, people. All are back. Start. Right. Right, people. So let's continue. Okay. Now, all of you, please concentrate. All of you, please concentrate. SQL. This is a very, very simple query language. Okay. All of you here who are offline sitting here, I know you people have already finished your SQL. Some of you are not finished. Don't worry. As I told you, SQL stands for structured query language. Okay. It's a language of data. Now, when I say SQL, this is actually used mainly for writing the queries which are there in the database. You're trying to pull the data, modify the data, or something to manage the data. Right. So SQL is the language which is used for managing the data. Right. It is used to access and manipulate data stored in the database. Right. Okay. Why every analyst needs it? Almost all companies store data in databases. Why? Because more secured. So the data, we can store a huge quantity of data we can store. But in Excel, we cannot store that much of data. And to be very frank, Excel is not so secured. Keep in mind. Though it's a very big tool, say it's a very strong tool for analyzing, it cannot be used as a database always. For a small data, yes, it can be used, not for a bigger data. Okay, understood? All right. SQL helps analysts extract only what they need. No more scrolling through giant spreadsheets. Imagine I have 5 lakhs records in Excel, and if you want to try to filter, sometimes it might get hanged. But SQL is not like that. We write a query, it will give me what is actually needed. Okay. All right. So SQL is the most beginner-friendly programming language. No complex syntax, just plain English-like commands. People, I'll tell you, Python and SQL, okay, you can easily learn because they are very simple English kind of commands what we can actually give. In that, SQL is still more easy if you can learn the syntax. Okay. Right. Core SQL concepts. Let's now explore whatever. Okay, right. So now I have so many examples here. I'll just show you some of the examples wherein you'll understand why we should use SQL. What is the benefits of SQL? Okay, so let me minimize everything. And now let's assume that I am working on SQL. There are many SQL applications. SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle. Apart from that, there are so many other applications. But in my case, what I have done is I have installed SQL Server. I will open this management studio. Okay. If you don't know how to install or something, or if you don't have the software, again, go to my YouTube. There are so many playlists for SQL. You can learn how to install as well. Okay. Now, what I'll do is I'll go here. I'll try to create one database for the people, and then we'll see how we can import the data to that particular database, and then we'll start working on some simple queries. Okay. All right. So let it get opened. So we'll create one database. Why database? Because I need to store the data, right? So what's the database? What is database? People, what is the database? Simple answer. I don't want any complex answer. What others? Okay. Store the data. It's a container where I can store the data. Okay, you know the answer, but why you always say same? Right. Yes, where the data is stored. Very good. Storage of data in columns and rows. Storage of data in columns and rows is what? Storage of data. Say I'm storing the data in the form of rows and columns. What is that called as? What is that object called as? Purnima? if I store the data which is in, yeah, yeah, I store the data in rows and columns. What is that object called as? Table. See, already Purnima has given the answer there. Okay, right? So table is what you can see the table, right? I have rows and columns, correct? Okay. All right. So let me go here. I'll open this. I'll connect my SQL server. Once I connect, so I need to create one database where I can store the data. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll select this database, right click and I'll say new database. I'm not again telling you, I'm not here to teach you people. Just I'm telling how the analyst will work. Okay. Now here I'll create one database. I'll say DB underscore DB underscore data. Say this is April 2025. Okay, I gave one name DB underscore data underscore April 2025, and I'll say okay. Okay, I've created one database now. What I'll do is I will try to store the data inside this database. Now, how to check that? Let me refresh. I'll go here. Can you see this? A database is created. Okay, there are so many databases, don't worry. So I created one database. Now, what I'll do, I'll try to import the data to this database. How to import? Let me go here and I'll scroll down, and here I'll say import and export data. Okay, what I'm trying to do, I want to manage, say I want to check the data and something like that. So what I'm doing, I'm just going here to import and export. Say I'll go here. I'm trying to import the data what we just saw in that Excel. We did some exercises. So that data itself I'm taking now. I'll go here and I'll say my data is in Excel, and I'll say browse. I'll take the path and paste it. So open. I'm selecting this data. So open. Next, I'm importing the data. Okay. I think it's open, might not. We just close this, okay? Let's close this. And I'm storing that here in native client. Then let's select the database. This is the database what I created now, right? Our database. And then say next. Next. There is a table. That particular sheet, say orders. Finish. See, it is importing the data. There were some 10, how many 10,000 records for the 10,000 plus records for there. It got imported. I'll say close. Done. Okay. Now let me go here and check tables. Not can you see? Right click. I will just rename it. I'll remove the dollar sign. Okay. Now I want to manage the data. I want to just see what all data is there. I want to extract some data. I want to write some queries. How to do that? Let me go here. I'll say new query. I'll say new query. Now I want to enable that particular database. I'll say use DB underscore data and say execute. Okay. Now I want to know how many records are there in that particular table. So if you want to extract the data, I'll go here and I'll just type or say give a command called as select. Select star from orders table. Okay. Let me select this and I'll say execute. Can you see that? I'm getting this data. It is the same data which we used in Excel now. Correct? Okay. Done. Next. If you want to select, just say select the star from the table name. Star denotes what? All the columns. There is no filter for records, no filter for columns. Directly I'm saying select star from orders. I'm getting all the columns, right? Now I want to select only few columns. Then what I'll do? I'll go here, select from orders. Okay. Now here, I'll try to take the columns which are there in the table. Let's say I want a region, comma, state, comma, and then let's say I want order date, comma, sales, and profit. Right? I'm trying to extract some data with all these 5 columns. Let me select this and say execute. Can you see that? I'm getting these columns. Understood? Now, let's say I want the data only from region East. I want the data only from region East. Then what I'll do? The same query, I'll go here and I'll say where region equals, where clause is used for what? Filtering the data, right? Now let me go here, select and say execute. See, I'm getting only East. 10,000 plus records were there. Now you see how many records are there? 2,986 records. Now my query, I want all the data from East, but I don't want the profit which are in negative. That means I don't want any data which are in loss. If you go and check here, can you see this? Somewhere, the profit, there are some negative numbers. I don't want negative numbers. I don't want negative numbers. Then what I'll do? I'll go here and I'll write one more query. Let's say I'll copy this. I can change the same query, but for your understanding, I'm just going here. See, I'm filtering region equals East and what is that I need to filter? Profit, correct? Say profit. Profit is greater than or equals to 0. That means I want only positive profit values. Now, how many are there? 2986. Select, execute. See, 2412. That means there are few records which are removed. That is negative numbers. Let's go and check. See, fine. Now what I'll do, the next one is I'm seeing this data. It is actually not in a proper order. I want the highest sales to be on top. Let's go here. I will select this and paste it. And I want to sort the data where the highest value should come on top. Yes. Then what I'll do? Which clause I should use? Order by. I'm using order by. Which column I need to sort? I wanted to sort based on sales column, right? I want the highest sales on top. Then what I'll do? I'll go here, I'll say sales. See, same thing in Excel also we used to do pivot table, just drag and drop, right? Here I'm trying to filter this, say I'm taking selected columns, whatever columns I want. Then whatever data I need to filter. There also, while creating pivot table, we used to filter it, right? Yeah, we used to get only whatever the data is required. Same thing here also. Now I'll say order by sales, but this should be descending order. Let me select this and say execute. See, the highest sales is coming on top. See, it goes on like this, the small values. Understood? right? Okay. Next, suppose in this data, okay, I want to get the top 10 state. I want top 10 state where I'm getting top 10 state values. That is based on sales. So what I'll do, I'll remove all this. I'll just keep only state and sales. What I want is, I want top 10 states which are having the highest sales, the top 10 states. Just go here and type top 10. Select, execute. See, I'm getting top 10 records. This is from where? This is from the entire table. But here you can see that there are some duplicates also. Why the duplicates are coming? Because you're just taking the direct data from the table. Then what we should do? I want to aggregate the values. So in this case, you can see New York is coming many times because it is repeating many times. Let's say I want the aggregated values based on state or region or whatever. Let's go here and I want the aggregated values. Say based on state, I want the sales report. Then I have to use group by to group the values. So how to group? Let's say select. Okay, from orders. Let's go here. Okay, and here whatever columns I need is state and also sales. Now if I execute this, see, we'll get something like this. All the 10,000 records will come here. But I want to group it, correct? So what I'll do, I'll go here and here I'll say group by, and then we'll take this state. But this one sales, I'll say sum of sales, that is aggregated values. Okay, as total sales. See, now if I select this and if I say execute, can I see this? See, I'm having how many? 59 records are there. But I need to sort this. What I'll do, I'll go here and say order by. Sum of sales. Now select, say execute. Can you see that? We'll say DESC so that I'll get the highest value on top. See, the highest. Understood? So let's see if we can go here and say top 10 out of it. Select. See, I'm getting top. Understood? So previously, I was just taking the data, entire data from the table. From the 10,000 records, I was taking the top 10. But now I'm taking the data from the grouped values. That is from the 59 states what we have. Understood how we can actually write the queries? So likewise, there are so many queries like this, which will help you in working on SQL, managing the data. So we have joins, we have, more other clauses, subqueries, stored procedures. So there are so many things what you can actually learn. So for that, what I have done is, here I've just given all the examples here. Okay, work on this. And here I've given some exercise also. So you can go here, you can use this. I've given the query also here. Just you can go directly copy and paste and you can use it. So that way I've just given here the exercise. Okay. So this will actually give you more, the insight about how actually you can work on queries. Done all of you? Okay. Next, Power BI. So we learned about Excel, why it is used. Then we learned about SQL, why it is used. Okay, how it has to be used, you have to master it. Just telling how the industry looks all these requirements, that is Excel, SQL, and Power BI. Now we'll see how Power BI is actually used. Okay. All right. So now, before I start this Power BI session, any doubts, I'll take Rituraj, and I'll take, the questions in the end. Don't worry, I'll answer all your questions. Okay. All right. So before we move to the next part, that is Power BI, tell me why Power BI is used in data analytics. Okay. My question is why Power BI is used in data analytics. People online, so you can use any tools such as Bench or Oracle instead of SQL. You can use any tool, Rituraj. That's what I told in the beginning. I am showing you with SQL Server. You can use MS Access. You can use, MySQL. You can use Oracle. Anything can be used. No problem. Okay. All right. So people, let's not get diverted. So my question is, we learned about Excel and SQL, and we understood why it is actually used in data analytics. Now tell me why, say, Power BI is used in data analytics. Very good. So this is fine. These two hundred. These two dashboards. Creating dashboards. Right? Visualization. Visualization. Amal? Huh? Interactions. Interactive. Not interactive. Okay, fine. Pratham? Dashboard. Yes. Analyst. Very good, actually. Yeah. Creating dashboards, reports. Okay, right. Let's see what the people online have. So say Deepa says visualization, visualize data for getting reports and dashboards. Abhijat says visualization to create dashboards in the form of tables, charts, okay, Purnima. Okay. Divakar, raw data into interactive. Okay, very good. All right, people. Power BI is actually used for visualizations. By visualizations, we can create reports and dashboards. So everyone knows this. It's a very simple tool, actually, right? Yes or no? Most commonly, the data analytics. Okay, students, say allowing to create interactive dashboards. Very good. Okay. Keep in mind, data analytics, we have something called as a concept of business intelligence. Usually, what is data analytics? Take the raw data, convert the raw data into a presentable reports. Presentable reports means it can be a dashboard, it can be a report, it can be something on a chart, or it can be just a table, anything, right? So I'm creating some dashboards here. So this cannot be done in SQL, but we can do that in Excel. But in Excel, what happens? If you're doing this, it will take a lot of time, a lot of efforts has to be taken. But in Power BI, it's not like that. It is very easy. We can just create the dashboard in a very simple way. Let's see, and we'll try to create one simple dashboard. Okay, very simple dashboard. Let's open Power BI. Let's go here. If anybody wants to know how to install and things like that, so please go to my YouTube channel. You can find it there. Okay, I'm opening my Power BI application, wherein we'll see how we can create a very simple dashboard. Very simple dashboard. Okay. Meanwhile, let me just tell you about this. Why Power BI is used in data analytics. See, Power BI is one of the most on-demand tools now. On demand. Okay. In data analytics world, it is used to turn raw data into interactive dashboards and business insights. What is business insights? That is, by seeing that chart, I can give more information. Say, suppose if there is any loss, there is any profit, why it is happening, when it is happening. So all these kind of insights we can give. What are benefits? No coding required. Okay, it's not required, but still we can use codes in that. The Python scripts we can actually use, R scripts we can use. Okay, drag and drop visuals. Just drag and drop, we'll get the visuals. Then can connect Excel databases, cloud data. You can connect, various different data sources, interactive filtering, slicers, drill downs, suitable for every industry from startups to Fortune 500. Say any small companies can start using it or can use in very big companies as well. Why? Because it is freely available. Okay. Right. If Excel is calculator, Power BI is a reporting powerhouse. Say when I say Excel is calculator, it's not that small calculator I'm telling. Excel is actually used for doing a lot of calculations. Right? A lot of calculations you can do. But Power BI, you can create a huge, massive interactive or say, dynamic charts. Okay. I've given some exercise here, but I'll work on this and I'll show you. And for you people also, I have some exercise here. Here I have some exercise for you people. You can work on this. Let me go back to this Power BI. I'll show you how we can actually create wonderful dashboard in a very few minutes. Okay. Let me go here. See, I'll say blank report. People, again, please don't think that I'm going very fast because it is not a training I'm giving. Actually, I'm just trying to make you people understand how these tools are actually used. Okay. So this is a layout. And if anybody is interested to understand this, all these layouts, how to connect, there is a session at 3:30. Okay, just message me or Suma. So people who have not attended this session, there is a session at 3:30. It's completely free today. So you can understand the layout, how to connect various different data sources. So all these things are there. If anybody wants, you can attend that at 3:30. You can message me your, from WhatsApp. I'll give you the link, or you can message Suma. Let me just give the number also. Just message this number. 0787. Okay. This is Suma's number. Please message if you think you want today's session at 3:30 to 4:30 about the Power BI, first Power BI practical class. Okay. All right. So people, I want to create the reports. If you want to create the reports, first thing is I should have the data. If I don't have the data, nothing I can do, right? So what I'll do, I'll say get data, and here I'll say Excel workbook because I'm trying to collect the data from Excel workbook. Let me select that. And where is that workbook actually? The workbook in this particular folder. Say open. And let me take this data. Select and say load. Load means I'm just trying to load the data. Okay. There are so many things to do. We have Power Query editors, we have DAX, many things are there. Since we don't have time, we'll just try to use this data which is already cleaned. Okay. See the data here. Now we can create the reports. How? Let's go here. See what people will do. They'll go here, say column chart. Okay. Let me take a column chart. And then they'll take this region and say okay, and they'll keep it here. They'll take one more chart. Let's say they'll take pie chart. Then let me take one more report. There's one more report. Let's go here. I'll take one more report. Here, let me just take a bar chart. And I will take segment. Segments already taken. No, not segment. We'll take ship mode. select this, and then I'll do the segment. It's a ship. Okay. Just observe. This is how actually many people have seen. They'll create the dashboard like this, creating the reports like that. No banner, no formatting, nothing. Just go here, do something like this. They feel this is very, advanced, or say this is the Power BI report. Let me just take this little down here, and what they'll do, they'll put one slicer here. Let's go here, slicer, and then I'll say add data. They'll take this region data. They'll keep it here, or if you think that you want to change the format of it, let's go here. Format. Let's go on and see if I can get those options. Slicer settings, and I'll say drop down. See, this will become drop down. Okay. See, you go here, say west or say east, whatever, this will get changed. So this is what many people actually feel. But let me tell you, people, instead of this, you have lot many things what you can actually create. Lot many. I can create one layout. I can bring that layout into Power BI and then start creating the reports. Let me go to another page. Then we'll try to create the layout. How to create the layout? Either in PowerPoint we can create, or we have Canva. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll open Canva. Okay. So if you people doesn't know Canva, Canva is actually a online app actually, which is used for designing lot of things. Can be any kind of designs you can create. Let's say I'll go here, I'll say create. Just say create, and I'll say dashboard. Oh, okay. I will do one thing directly. I'll go here, I'll say dashboard. Yeah. Right. So here you can see there are so many dashboards, and we can create the dashboards based on this layout. How to do that? Let me just go here and try to find some dashboards and the layouts. Okay. Please search one dashboard. Efficiency. Okay. Let's take this. Okay. Customize. Right. So I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm just taking some nice design. Okay. Let me take this only. I'll go here, and which is the sheet slide 3. Okay. Share, and I'll say download. Here I'll say where is the PNG? Okay, PNG. And let me take third one and say okay. We'll do one thing. I'll remove all this, okay, so that we can have a blank layout. Remove all this. Why I'm removing, so that I can have a blank layout, okay. Right. This is also I'll do. So this is my layout. Download. Again, I'm downloading. The previous one was with the data, that is the visualization. Now I'll go here. It's a PNG. third page, download. Okay. So I did a mistake that I took all the charts there, but don't worry. We'll try to import that also and we'll see. Okay, see here is the layout what I have created. Just assume that. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go to this Power BI, right click and say format. Okay. And then here we have this format, canvas settings. We'll see it should be 16 by 9 and canvas background. I'll say browse. Let's see the downloads. Can you see this? There's a layout. So when I click on that, that layout, whatever we created, that will be coming here. And here the transparency, I'll just reduce it. See? And I'll say, let's see, fit. Both are fine. See? The layout is ready. And here you've taken the data. Now, if you see this page, see the chart, the report, how it looks. See this page, how the same reports it looks. So what I'll do, I'll just take, let's say, let's create, some charts here. I'll go here. Let me create a chart for subcategory. Okay. And then let me take sales. Just take this and keep it here like this. I'll change this to column chart. See? I will double click on this. If you think, I don't want to have the background. If you're having a different color, the background should not be there. See here, the background I'll remove. If I remove this background, see, this will become transparent like this. You can keep it anywhere like this. See? Now, let me copy this and I'll paste it here. See, I'll create another chart now. Let me change this to line chart. Okay. See, I'll change this to line chart. And then here, we'll take, instead of the subcategory, I'll take month. See, we have this month. See. Okay. Let me copy this, paste it. I'll keep it here. And instead of this profit, instead of sales, I'll take profit. Just observe now how quickly we could actually manage this particular. I'm just trying to do it very fast, so we're doing like this. Otherwise, we can still do a lot of interesting. See the dashboard how it is. Now here I want the total sales to be shown, the total profit to be shown. I'll go here. I will take, let's say we'll take a card. Okay, what is card? Card is nothing but the summarized value. Say this one, card, and I'll keep it here. Now let's go to data, and I'll take the sales. See, double click, remove the background, category label. See, just keep it here like this. And let's reduce the font size. Okay, it's too big actually. Let's go here and say Arial, and let me make it as 35. Okay, even if it is increasing also, it should manage. Right now, copy this, paste it, and here instead of this sales, I'll take profit. See. Now let me go and I'll take one slicer. And let me take region itself. Okay. I'm just keeping it here. If you think you want to change this to drop down, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just leave it as is. Okay. Now let me go and check. See how this chart looks here. Center. You can see that. Within few minutes, we could create one dashboard. But if you're not formatting properly, can you see that it looks like this? So this is how actually you can plan your reports in Power BI. So Power BI is very easy. You can go here, just see here, see, you can create some reports. I want the heading. Let's say I'll go here, insert and text box. And here I keep it. Let's say sales dashboard. Okay. And here I'll just take and Arial black. I'll remove this background. Okay. Let me select this. Right click, format. Here we'll have this background. I'll remove this background. Right. See. There. So you can create a dashboard like this. If you create something like this, see how neat it looks. How the layouts are organized. But if you see this chart, or say this page, then not that good actually, not impressive. Okay. So likewise, if you want to work on data analytics, these things actually you can do. Lot many things you can actually make it more attractive, interactive, dynamic. So that's why all these tools are very important for data analytics. Similarly, even Python also. Since Python, many of them doesn't know programming, I just kept it on hold. I didn't have the examples. But here, if you go, I have the examples for you people to work on. I showed you. Try to work on this so that you'll get more right. Okay. Let me just share some tip. The Power BI, it's a business tool that is for storytelling. So whatever we create some dashboards, very easy for storytelling. Focus on simplicity. Only show visuals that answer real questions. So we don't create unnecessary, calculations or say charts. Use themes to make dashboard looks professional. Can I say this? I just used some background image and things like that. Here we have something called as themes also. Okay, go to view. See here. Okay. You can change it. Say if you go and click on this, see the colors will get changed. The layout, if you change, you go and change this layout, anything. Let's say I'll go and change this. Okay. This is normal. Okay. Right, people understood what is the use of Power BI, Excel, and SQL. All right. Now let's go to next topic. So Python. Why Python is used? Python again, it is actually used and it's the most popular language for data analysis because easy to write and read. So remember that I told you SQL and Python is very easy. Full of libraries to handle data reading, cleaning, filtering, and visualization. So to make it more easy, what I've done is I've given all the libraries. Okay, I've given some libraries also there. So the people go and understand the libraries, which library is used for what kind of task or say, applications. Idle for automation, large data set, and future skills like machine learning. I told you, people should not always be only data analyst. After a few years, you have to keep on going forward. But if you don't know programming, you cannot go further. You should be sitting there on. That's why I always tell, make sure that you actually, learn programming. Okay, don't neglect. While not mandatory for entry-level data analyst roles, learning Python will fast track your growth. Understood? So Python will actually help you to grow faster because the demand is so much. Python is not just for techies, it's for thinkers. You write logic, not code. Means it is not just only for programs who keep on programming. For us, we have to use it for data cleaning or say automation. So many things are there which we can use it later. Okay. Right. So here I have given some libraries, say pandas, numpy, matplotlib, cbon, and also I given the explanation about where actually this can be used. See, for data aggregate and summary, open by Excel or SQL writer, tabulate, data utilities, missing no, open by Excel. See all this. Think of pandas. Excel is like Python. They excel in Python where more controls and matplotlib as a chart filter. See, in Excel also we can do same thing. In Python also we can do. In Excel we have the GUI, we can finish it up. But in Python it's not like that. Everything needs to be coded. Even the small object also should be coded. Okay. Right. Fine. So this is about the technical skills what we have to manage. Now let's understand how non-technical people or people who have career gap can actually enter this field. Let me tell you, first thing is your profile should be good. Your profile should talk about more of data analytical skills. Okay, but let's go here and see. You don't need a computer science degree. That means you can be from any degree. You can be from any degree. No matter you are from say BSc, BCom, BA, let it be anything, any degree. You can become a data analyst. Focus on problem solving, not just tools. What did I tell you previously? If you just learn only Power BI, Excel, by heart and come, nothing will work. You should actually learn thinking logically, how analytical skills should be there, how actually I can show these reports. Even the visualization, you should have some creativity as well. Understood? Right. Leverage your previous domain experience. Many people come here and say, sir, I was in HR. So I was working in BPO. I was in non-voice process. You can still carry this experience. That is the specialty of data analytics. You work in any field you work, you can carry it. How? Come to me, I'll explain. But to make it more simple, just try to adjust whatever project you're doing, try to adjust that in Excel and Power BI. Done. Okay. Right. Build a strong portfolio with sample dashboards and SQL queries. Remember that I was always telling you people start posting something in LinkedIn. I don't know why you people are not trying it. Please try that. That is very important. See, build a strong portfolio, brand yourself. Brand yourself. Start with Excel and Power BI, no coding. Python is actually coding, which actually is based on whatever operations we do in Excel, same thing we do there also. Okay. All right. Strategies. Pick one domain, relevant data set. Build one project in Excel, one project in Power BI. It's just telling how we can actually try to get the interview. So even if I have a gap, what should I do? So all these things. Okay. Next, mindset shift from I don't know technology and I can learn practical tools. I have a gap, but I have upskilled and so people who are in gap, they actually take gap based on their requirement. Some people take leave because take care of their parents. Some people take leave because they're writing some IAS exams. Some people take leave for therapy, sisters or brothers marriage. So many things are there. So it depends on person to person. Okay. All right. Next. Domain to data. I'm in finance domain. I'm in civil domain. I'm in mechanical domain. But still, how can I actually manage? Say, transitioning from finance, HR. Okay. Right. Why your domain matters. Your domain understand the business problems. Analytics needs people to know context. Why your domain matters. I'm from finance background. In finance, we use a lot of Excel. We can also convert that into Power BI, Power BI reports. Lot many things can be done. Okay. So you already understood business problem. So I've already understood by working on some projects and things like that. Then analytics needs people who knows the context. So whatever is required, that is known by the data analyst. Okay. Right. What is the domain? How analytics applies? Finance, budgeting, forecasting, expense reports, HR, attri- attrition dashboard, and recruitment funnel. Sales dashboard targeting, target tracking, CRM data analyst. Marketing, campaign analytics, social media KPIs. Okay. So here for each domain, how I can actually carry. Okay, how I can actually carry the skills what I've gained from the previous company to the next company where I'm joining. If it is finance, say I already know about budgeting, forecasting, expense, reports. Same thing can be used in your data analytics as well. No one will come and ask you now. Work on Excel, that's more than enough. You're mastering Excel more than enough. Only thing is the data will change. That's all. Whatever data we are working on, let's say, for example, I'm in sales, I'm working on data, I moved to finance, there is nothing different. Still, you are working on numbers only. Okay. Right. Strategy. Choose one business case, one business case. Say some problems are there. Now, some clients will come and ask, see, is the project I need to do? Is the project I have to complete? Then what I'll do? I'll go here. I'll start, from scratch. How much time will it take? What all things have to get prepared? What challenges I might face? Challenges, I might face. So like that. Explain it on LinkedIn. Right. So explain it on LinkedIn. That means in LinkedIn, try to be more professional. Try to post more professional photos or whatever. Okay, but don't think that it's a Instagram or Facebook where you can go and paste everything. Don't use it like that. Yeah, today morning I saw one post complaining about these things. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. All right. So this is about how we can actually transition from different domain and people. Here I have an document where this I've already taken the class. This video also I'll be sending you. This has got a very interesting and simple way of improvising your say LinkedIn and biodata. Also not biodata, resume. Okay. So how to optimize your resume, how to optimize your LinkedIn. So everything is there here. So you can go through this. I'll just give you this particular file actually. Okay. And then you can start. So, uh, now don't worry. Okay. First thing is entering into data analytics is very easy. Only thing is make sure that your profile is ready. Profile is very good. And then try to work on all the skills, whatever I've mentioned. Don't learn just blindly don't learn everything. Try to learn whatever is required for you as of now. Once you get the job, then you think about moving from there to another domain or say another say uh, job or something. Okay, but don't leave the job immediately. That will be very dangerous as of now. Okay, all right. So this is what I had, people. So tomorrow we'll have more other advanced topics. Please attention, and I'll be sharing this document, second day document. Try to solve the issues. I've given so many queries. Try to work on that. If you have time, it is not if you are having some other work, like personal work or something, don't know. But please work on this, finish as soon as possible. Okay, right? Fine. So now let me enable the mic for you people. People, 1 minute now. 82 seconds. All right. So people, mic is enabled for you people. So if you have any questions, you can please ask. People, you can unmute and you can speak now. If people have any questions. All of you, any questions? When people, you have any questions, you can type or you can. No bonus has been given. People, again and again, I'm telling, certificate bonus and all, don't worry. I'll give you. But I want you people to attend, understand, and start implementing. That is very important. Recorded sessions, yes, people I've already given. Let me again share the link. Let me share the link. Okay. So people, this is the link where you can see. And people, I have some links here. I'll just copy and paste. Be in my community channels where I'll be keep conducting these kind of classes, free classes. Okay. Just try to join. Can we do self-learn Power BI and data analyst? Yes, you can do, Seema. You can do self-learning Power BI and become a data analyst. But people, let me tell you, see, this self-learning, YouTube, or you might think that, okay, I'll go to some websites where they pay only 299 rupees, I'll get Power BI. That will actually not help you. Okay, I'll tell you why. See, when you have any doubts, no one will come and explain you. Even if you watch my videos and if you call me and say, sir, I have a doubt, it will be very difficult for us to manage and explain everything for you people because there'll be hundreds and thousands of people will be keep calling us regarding that from the YouTube. But if you are coming here offline or say, in some of these webinars, I can answer the questions. Okay. All right. So here, take this. This is my YouTube link. Okay. This is the YouTube link. Then I have the LinkedIn. So this is my LinkedIn actually. Okay, you can join here. Instagram also I have. If people think that they want to join us on Instagram, I have the Instagram. Okay, right. Suggest me a video. You do one thing, Chandan. You go to our website, okay? Instead of YouTube, just go to our website, okay? There are so many. This is our link. There are so many videos which will help you learning Power BI or any other tool. Okay, so please visit my website. If you go to this website, okay, if you go to this website, here we have courses. Click on courses and go to webinars. Okay, here. Still, it's not completed. I'll complete, but main thing is about the videos, so you don't worry. Videos are already there. Okay, so you can log in like this. You can log in so that all your credentials are there, and then you will get the videos like this. Okay, so already I put yesterday's video. Today's video also I'll put as soon as possible, so you can go get the video, and also the exercise files also will be in this particular folder only. Say here I have this day 1, then here same thing I'll have day 2, day 3, and day 4. All the 4 days training I'll put here. You can check, learn, and practice. All right, people. So if you don't have any questions, I will log off. Anybody? Questions? There is someone unmuted. All right. So tomorrow we'll come up with more interesting topic. Same time. Okay. All right. Take care, all of you. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. People, one thing I want to tell you, forgot actually. That break I just went down like that.